is the world, and the world is the war. But behind every gun sight is a human being. We are those people.
We have lost Objective Charlie.
Our objective has been captured by the enemy!
I'm going to be doing a quick guide to Battlefield 1, and I'm going to be looking at the Assault class today. I'm going to go over a couple of the guns, which best ones to use, and
We have
going to have a
taken
look at the
objective
gadgets
apples.
that you have access to as well. And then finally we're going to take a look at a couple of tips and tricks to help you get by when playing the class. So let's get right into it.
Tutti gli esplosivi sono a posto. Esplosivi pronti a saltare!
Not even buildings are safe from the Assault class. This class is a demolitions expert and a whirlwind of bullets. Now this class is best used in 1v1 close quarter combat, and this is where you're going to score all of your kills. Now although the MP18, which is the gun you start out with, that can be used in the medium range, but it's not advised. The way you want to be playing this class is you want to be sneaking around from the sides, being smart, going down the trenches, going down the hedgerows and walls and trying to get behind the enemy, and this is where you want to be. You want to be thinking in a completely different mindset from the other classes. Don't try and fight in the medium to long range, because you're going to lose against almost every other class. You need to be getting up close, into the buildings, into the trenches, into the hallways, corridors, anywhere where you're going to be in a one-on-one situation or in a close range situation, because this is where the class excels. And you shouldn't be trying to engage targets who are in the medium to long range, because if you do see someone that is 50 meters or more away and you try to open fire on them, you are just going to go full stormtrooper. You are going to miss all of your shots. You're going to fire a ring of bullets around them, and then they're just going to turn around and they're going to finish you off. So we're going to be going over the weaponry now. Essentially have three different weapons to choose from. You've got your MP18, which is your starting gun. You have your Automatico, which is your most powerful submachine gun option, and then you have your Hellriegel, which is your level 10 option. So starting with the MP18, this weapon is your standard submachine gun. It's useless at long range, average to poor in medium range, and excellent in close combat. So with this weapon you do have two other options. You have the optical and the experimental. The optical will give you that little bit of extra reach to help you make a little bit more sustainability when it comes to fighting the medium range, and the experimental is garbage and it's not worth unlocking. When it comes to the Automatico, you get this at level 2, and this is the gun that you're going to want to work towards. This is the one that really defines the class. The Automatico is pure submachine gun. It's an absolute whirlwind of bullets. It's brilliant. If you are able to close the distance and you have the Automatico, you will win every single fight. The only one you will lose is against someone else with an Automatico. One thing to note about this gun is the magazine is slightly intrusive, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem because you shouldn't really be sitting still aiming long distances. People you're fighting should be close up and extremely visible. There are two other options as well with the variations for the weapon. You're basically trading up with three different statistics with the three different choices, which is hip fire, accuracy and control, and that's entirely up to you which one you go for. And then finally you have your Hellriegel, which is your level 10 weapon. Now this weapon is excellent. This weapon has very high bullet damage. It has a good bit of range as well, which is brilliant because that means you can now go into the middle ground to really get some of them killed at 30 and 50 meters. But it also sustains that ability to run and gun to storm the trenches. It's an excellent choice, and it's definitely worth sticking with this class to level 10 just to get that weapon. It's also worth making a point that with the Assault class, it's worth thinking about your sidearm, because unlike the other classes, you're going to find you're going to either run out of bullets completely, or you're going to be in a situation where your clip's empty and you still got someone to kill. So you're going to want to think about which weapon to take. Have a look through the pistols, look for high damage or high burst fire, and that's what you want to be going for. The 1903 is a solid choice. Moving on to the gear. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is an explosives expert. It's a demolition class. all of the gear is designed around explosives. So you've got 4 things. You've got a rocket gun, you've got mines, dynamite, and you have anti-tank grenades, and these are all excellent. When it comes down to the choices of what you actually want to take, you're probably going to want to take your anti-tank grenades, and you do get 2 of these, and they're always worth having. You do want to take the anti-tank grenades, because the anti-tank grenades are great for killing infantry as well as killing tanks and armoured units. When it comes to your other choice, it's basically a toss-up between the rocket gun and the dynamite. The tank mines are very situational. It's a complete guess as to where enemy tanks are going to be at any given time. So it's, as I mentioned, it's situational. Take it when you're on the right maps, when you know where the tank's going to be, otherwise leave it behind. With the rocket gun, it leaves you quite vulnerable as you have to go prone to use it. It can be used to kill enemy infantry, but you do have to hit them with almost direct hits. Personally, I prefer taking the dynamite and the anti-tank grenades, and it makes you a real tank buster. And then that's it for all the gear. So just to quickly recap, with your weapon you start off with your MP18. You want to work towards unlocking your Automatico as soon as possible, and then switch back and forth between the MP18 and the Automatico up until you get your Hellriegel, and that's probably the weapon that you will stick with. With your gadgets, you want to stick with your tank grenades, and you can take either the rocket gun or the dynamite. Personally, I always run with the dynamite over the rocket gun, but it is entirely up to you. So we're just going to finish this video off now with a couple of tips. One of the best things to do with this class is to take a gas grenade, and don't be afraid to drop the gas at your own feet. Now what this does, if you're sat on an objective, this forces the enemies who are coming to you to then have to equip the gas. Now you already have poor accuracy anyway, and you're likely to be firing from the hip, so nothing much has changed for you, and this will affect them much worse. Be careful though, don't do it when your squad mates are around, because they won't thank you for it. Another good thing to say is the dynamite is exceptionally useful. It makes you a complete all-round tank buster. You can be a tank hunter, you can go out and actively find tanks to destroy, and this is one of the strengths of the class. Go out there, look for the artillery trucks, look for the tanks, and it's up to you to take them down, and that is your role to help your team. You can also be quite creative when it comes to the dynamite. If you do know a couple of maps where there are choke points, or where you know they're particularly first fighting, line the floor with dynamite, wait for the fighting to start, and then release the trigger, and you'll get 3 or 4 kills really simply. And that's everything. It's a really simple class to pick up and play, but it's an exceptionally hard class to master. And if you are going to take any one thing from this guide, it is do not ever fight in the middle or long ground. If you try and play this class like the other 3 classes in the game, you will be punished for it and you won't enjoy it. And that is everything. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this guide. I do have 2 other guides on the medic class and the support class. If you do still play Battlefield 1, you can check them out on the channel or by following the link at the end of this video. And if you did find this guide useful, please do not forget to rate the video, comment and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thank you.